Yes.
Where's Jeff? Weinberger, you're up.
Thank you.
Yep.
Over the past 8 or 9 months, really over the past 30-odd years, but we'll just focus on recent times, as bad and oppressive as life had been for homeless folk prior to that period, things have gotten far worse. We've seen a panhandling ban on which the city appropriated $27,000 to harangue us with the slogan, "Don't contribute to the problem," as if panhandling, a means of survival for people who are broke or homeless, is the problem, rather than that the existence of homelessness itself is being perceived as the shameful manifestation of a system completely lacking moral compass. We've seen Stranahan Park covered with landscaping, thanks or no thanks, excuse me, to a nearly $250,000 donation from the Fort Lauderdale Women's Club, who seem to be under the impression that this public park is their private property, from which peaceful homeless folk are virtually banned in clear violation of their civil rights. All the landscaping, not coincidentally, is under the shaded areas which used to provide the homeless with some relief from the hot Florida sun. And we've seen, by means of trespassing affidavits, of which there are over 1,600 currently on file with the city, and arbitrary harassment, an ever-increasing gentrification of public space, which renders the homeless second-class human beings unworthy of existing, let alone receiving a helping hand. Out of about 1,600 trespassing affidavits now on file with the city, over 50 are for public or governmental institutions, including several public libraries, an assortment of government buildings, including this one, and perhaps the most contradictory of all is that several offices of the Housing Authority have trespassing affidavits to preclude the presence of those who need housing, the homeless. We stand by the principle that housing is a human right and that everyone deserves to be treated with dignity. In a city and county wrecked by foreclosure and unemployment, it's beyond short-sighted to treat the homeless as this city does. It's cruel and unusual punishment. We who are homeless and their advocates must insist on this. Stop criminalizing life-sustaining activity. Stop harassing homeless folk peacefully occupying, eating, and sleeping in public space. Overturn the panhandling ban, as was recently done in Sarasota, and provide housing for every homeless individual. Finally, homelessness and indifference to its reality is rooted in a system that places profit before human need. Until we collectively address that fundamental systemic inequity, we're going to have more and more people slipping into poverty and homelessness. The problem of homelessness that you, the City Commission, abhor is the very problem that you help maintain by dancing to one tune alone. Keep the tourism dollars flowing. I came here tonight under the impression, which came from your city clerk's office, that other people would be able to speak to this agenda item as they are to any other item on the agenda, and why citizen presentations get treated to a second-class status on your agenda is a little bit beyond me, and quite frankly, it's a violation of any principle of democracy that I'm familiar with. A lot of people came here tonight to share what they had to say about this issue, people whose experience is much more intimately related to the reality of homelessness than mine. And I want to compel you to let these people speak.
No, we're not. In fact, you got about 10 seconds to wrap up. That's fine.
Okay, well,
if there was an item on the agenda, we give everybody an opportunity to speak.
And why is
let me just, Mr. Weinberger, we gave everybody an opportunity to speak when we had any agenda item here to address the homeless. This is merely your comments on the city. That's not an agenda item, so that's your comments. So we are done. with this item. We're welcome to sign up. Any other homeless items? We will give every one of you an opportunity to
How do we
speak.
get to sign up to speak, and how do we talk about the veterans that are coming home?
You can come back at another meeting and sign up. That'd be
I
great.
just tried to sign up, and they told me I couldn't.
Well, because we limit the number of sign-up. Mr. Weinberger he could have offered you his space sometime, but that's the way it is.
So that means that you guys are discriminating.
Next up is the resolution 1.
This forum is the epitome of the opposite.
Thank you. Resolution 1 is
Against the veterans.
local authority to sir. No. Sir, I'll be happy to speak to you after. I'll speak to you. I'm always available. So if you want
That's
to
all
wait
right,
on
you're
the meeting, I'll
discriminating
speak to you
against the
afterwards and
veterans.
come out.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Wait till I bring the B and...
Resolution 1. Will someone introduce it? Someone introduced? Is there...
This is a resolution of the City Commission of the City of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, urging the Florida Legislature to repeal certain sections